Our local lawmakers and parent groups making much ado about nothing on AB 495. Stay tuned. We're going to take a look at what the concerns are and just what the concerns are not. You're listening to the Tamale Club, bringing people together, one tasty tamale at a time. Oh, welcome back to the Tamale Club. And hey, listen, I'm Dan Bickford. I'm here with my co-host, Judy Semrau. Say hi, Judy.
Hi there, Dan. Hi there, people out there listening to us.
That's great. It's great. I'm glad to see you here. So I want to talk to you about Assembly Bill 495. Assembly Bill 495 is something that has been kicked around there, and there's some real concern about it. And lately, East County Magazine published an article says, Assembly Bill 495 isn't as bad as everybody's making it out to be. Well, let's take a look because there are some real concerns with it and some things that are kind of sensationalized. So Assembly Bill 495 is, it's authored by Assembly Member Rodriguez, and they call it the Family Preparedness Plan Act of 2025. And right off the bat, when you do a deep search in this bill, much of what some of the concerns about are already law.
Hmm.
This just
Correct.
builds on that current those current laws. So under existing law, the caregiver a caregiver 18 years of age or older signs a caregiver's authorization affidavit under penalty of perjury, and who a certain type of relative of the who is a certain type of relative of the minor who lives in the home has the same rights to authorized medical care, dental care for the minor that are of the guardians as specified. Now, that's a lot of words saying somebody who can go pick up the child and also sign for uh, medical dental care.
Correct.
Uh, and so for the most part, the existing law is good, and it could use some tightening up. It always can, because there's people out there that are going to abuse it.
Absolutely.
But what 495 does, there's a few things that drastically changes under this. Number one, it it, number one, and what's most concerning is that it allows a caregiver to be um, expanded in definition as a non-relative extended family member. And then what is that? I mean, what is a non-relative extended family member? Well, you'd think that, okay, well, maybe it's somebody who lives in the family home,
Close to
you
the
know,
family. Mhm.
and they're not married, they're not a blood relative, but they live in a home. So and that would be covered under this. Um, but it doesn't just stop there. Talks about non-relative extended family members. It may include, but are not limited to. And that phrase right there scares the heck out
It's
of me.
always bad when that phrase comes out.
But not limited to teachers, medical professionals, clergy, neighbors, family, friends.
Caregiver, like a babysitter
Yeah,
over the age of 18.
sure.
But are they already living in the home?
Well, according to this, they're going to sign an affidavit that says they are living in the home. Actually,
Before,
they're
yeah.
going to say by affidavit they're going to say exactly this. Oops, and I missed it. they're going to swear that the minor name below lives in my home and I am 18 years of age or older.
Correct.
Well, how how can how can a neighbor or a teacher swear that the minor name below lives in their home?
Before the parents become unavailable.
Right.
Now, see, that doesn't make any sense. Like putting the cart before the horse.
Yeah. So you think, okay, well, it's got to be something else. Have to have something else in here, but no, it's not. It's not. In completing this form, you only have to complete items 1 through 4 to take that kid from school.
Yeah.
And first question, kid's name. Second question, the kid's birth date. Third question, the adult giving authorization's name. And then fourth question, the adult giving authorization's home address. That's it.
That's all. And there's no confirmation. I mean, no one's checking the ID of this person that they're telling the truth. You have no idea.
Well, um, not at this stage. No,
No, it's an
not at this
open.
stage. So then they, uh, so then they,
And
they. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
every parent should be afraid.
Yeah, but here's the problem: is that this is already in the law. The only thing that's not in the law at this point is that extended family member.
Correct. Correct. Hmm.
So that affects what they call the fifth level of relatives.
Hmm.
There's your brothers and sisters, your mom, your dad, your grandparents, uh, your aunts, your uncles,
Hmm.
uh,
Correct.
and
Step parents. Hmm.
step parents. That's already in the law. But what this really changes it, pretty much anybody walking up
Anybody.
here
Don't
can say,
have to be
"Yeah,
related.
mom and dad
Yeah.
aren't available, so I'm here to pick up this child. Here's my 4 questions. I've signed it, and here you go." And the school is supposed to give them to you.
No, it's a big liability on them.
Huge liability. You
Schools should
would
be
think,
worried. Schools should be concerned.
but that's one of the other things that this bill does. It it takes the liability for the school being wrong away if they're
Mm.
following this bill, if
Oh,
there are laws in
if
this bill.
they fill out the form, they have the form, a copy of the form, then they're not responsible for what happens to that child.
Right, right.
Hmm.
Not
Wow,
responsible whatsoever.
that's dangerous.
It takes their responsibility away. And this
Hmm.
is, this goes down to even the preschool
Hmm.
under the
Level.
same laws. That does add that. So,
Sounds like maybe a groomer wrote this law.
I tell you, well, State Senator Weiner is one of the senators that has
Co-authors.
signed on as a
Yeah.
co-author on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a weirdo. Um, so yeah, I fill out 1 through 4, and it's sufficient to enroll a child in school and authorize school-related medical care. Now, if you continue down, then for the next 4 questions or items 5 through 8 are additionally required to authorize any other medical care. So you'd think these would be better questions or identifiers, right? But no, 5. It's just a statement. I am a relative or non-relative extended family member of the child. Yes or no?
I
Hmm.
remember the days where you couldn't even send a Advil to school for your child
Well, you still
as a
can.
parent. I know. So, but now I could go pick up any kid, get the form, fill it out, and take the kid out of school and take them to the doctor.
There you go. Um, so
Wow.
this is the question six is check one or both. Um, so it's either I have advised the parents or other person having legal custody of the minor child of the minor of my intent to authorize medical care and have received no objection. Yes or no?
Well, if the parent is not available, how are they supposed to give authorization?
Oh, well, that's the next checkbox. Okay, I am unable to contact the parent or
Oh,
other person having legal custody of the minor at this time to
mm,
notify them of my intended authorization.
wow.
And finally, it asks, okay, well, what's the applicant's date of birth? And question number eight, finally, only on the medical portion of this, finally you get to ask him for a driver's license.
Mm. If it's the real one, how do you know it's not fake?
Well, I don't know. I don't
Does
know.
the kid even know this person? I mean, that's the other problem. If you pick up this kid from school that doesn't even know who you are, and yet they're
Exactly.
releasing them to this person. That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah. And
Mm.
remember, the schools are absolved of liability for following this law.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Okay. And okay, as this bill left the assembly and headed over to the Senate, um, it was required to be notarized um, for the medical portion of it.
Hmm. Okay.
One of the first things that the Senate did was remove the requirement to be notarized. So now you've got nobody checking to see that this person is actually that person.
Wow.
Um, and then so when it left assembly, there was a lot of people went down there and
Pushback.
protested and locally and in Sacramento. It went out. It left the assembly anyway. Um, it went to the Senate. The Senate says, "Okay, let's scrap this notarization requirement. We'll scrap that." So we're not going to get anything better out of these out of the state Senate either.
No, nope, we're not.
Um, and it keeps the language about the non-relative extended family member um, as someone who can make decisions for the child. They also put a severability clause in there, and if they were worried about this bill, this is exactly why they would do that.
Hmm.
Okay, they think it's probably unconstitutional,
Yeah, they know it is.
and but what they want to do is they want to put a severability clause so that if any of these sections are unconstitutional, it doesn't throw out the entire bill. It only throws out that section.
Yeah, seems typical.
So the rest of the law would remain. And of course that can come up for vote in the Senate. It could have come up for vote today. But any time now they can be voting
Hmm.
on this.
Wow, could have already happened.
Hmm. Hmm. So I tell you what might be a little bit of overstatement, embellishment, if you will, is that um, this bill and someone who takes custody of this temporary custody of this minor, it doesn't affect the rights of the minor's parents or legal guardian regarding the care, custody, and control of the minor. It doesn't give this caregiver legal custody of the minor. And so,
But you're making decisions for these children.
right, but again, it's because mom and dad
It's just
aren't
temporary.
available,
Hmm.
temporarily unavailable.
Yeah.
So the minute that mom and dad are back available again, um, they take control over this child. So,
That's
but
scary.
see,
That's very
the
scary.
problem with that is this is a trafficker's dream.
It
Okay.
is. Yeah. Groomer, trafficker. Yes.
Yeah, because it's already too late. They've got the child.
Hmm. Yeah.
They have possession,
They've done
physical
damage. They're
possession
going to
of
do
the child.
damage to this child. Yeah.
No
And
matter
then go
what.
move on to the next and move on to the next one.
Yeah. So
Dangerous.
it's a it's a bad law. Um, so so what do we do? Okay, let's say that the our great uh, state senate is absolutely worthless um, in protecting us from this bad law. It's never been more important to make sure that you check with your school district.
Mm.
You check with that entity that you're handing over your child to for two things. Number one, your your pickup list, your pickup
Hmm.
authorization list needs to be
Hmm.
updated and remain updated all the time
Every year. Yeah. Yep.
because that's what the school districts are going to go by first.
Yeah. They go to those first. They should. Yes.
And so um and then and so you're going to want to get that, you're going to want to make sure that your school board is
On
with you,
board
that
with that.
that
Yeah.
is who's the procedure they're going to
First step.
follow.
Yep. First step.
This does not preclude a school board from having additional regulations or
Hmm.
yeah, additional regulations.
Or protocol.
Protocol, that's what we're
Yeah.
looking for.
Yeah.
It doesn't preclude them of that. Um, so they could, as a school board, say, now when we get this, we have to involve Child Protective Services,
Correct.
and that's an entity I don't like. I think
Mm-mm.
they're horribly misrun. There's there was barely a use for them back in the old days.
Hmm. Hmm.
But and then they just got worse from there. But at least right now,
It's a
I
safety
would
net.
I
It's
would
a
say
safety
that
net.
they are probably a safety net uh, to help and make sure that these children aren't going to be abused and
Correct.
become a,
Victim.
a victim of the system,
Hmm.
you know.
Yep.
But if the school board doesn't, if the school board just says, hey,
We've got this law.
got this law, we're just not going to do anything
Then
more
the
with
parents
about
need
it.
to. Then the parents need to
But what the
question
problem
their
is
board.
that, yeah, they can't be held accountable.
Put the pressure on the school board.
So you're going to have to get with your school boards and school administrations and find out exactly what's going on. And truly, if you don't get if you don't get this straightened around and get it to the acceptable protocols that you require for your child, then one of two things: find another school that you can take them to, and if that isn't working, you need to get the heck out of California. It's
Yeah,
this
with
it's
children.
if I had young children at school, I would absolutely hack it up and leave California over this, because they're already way too involved in my child's and every child's
Education.
education
Yep.
and indoctrination and all that. They're way too involved in that already. This would be an absolute deal breaker for me.
There's a
I
lot of
would,
holes in this, a lot of
yeah,
holes.
I'd
If
go.
your child gets sick and they can't get a hold of you, then they're going to go not to your list of approved people. They're going to go to whoever walks in with the form filled out.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's ridiculous.
So, parents, get out there, find out what your school boards intend to do about this.
Hmm.
It's a really scary law.
It is. Well, we're going to have to see what happens with it. It's not done yet.
Yeah. Yeah, we're not done with this one. Or we could be done with it pretty soon. I don't know.
We may not have a choice, but let's hope it continues to get edited, improved, changed.
We would hope so. We would
Yeah.
certainly hope so.
Hmm.
Okay,
But
well, I think
I like your advice though. Parents, go to your school board.
okay, so I mean, that's pretty much what I've got on this. I've read and reread and looked at the existing laws, and that's where I'm at with it. Is uh, we've got a horrible bill that's coming up. Write your state senators. It's not going to do any good to write your assembly people anymore. You got to write your state senators, email your state senators, and let them know how you feel about this about
Yep.
this
It's
this
important and
bill.
it works. It does work.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we're seeing that it does work because it got stayed for a little while
Hmm.
in the assembly, but
I think August 29th it got stayed, but it's yeah,
yeah, but they pretty quickly just went ahead and pushed it on through.
temporary. Yeah.
So, okay, so that's about what I've got. Do you have anything else?
No, they covered it all.
Wow. All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining us. And again, our solution for AB 495 is to get with your school boards and talk with your school boards, find out what their protocol is going to be, and don't take that we can't do anything more than what the
No.
assembly bill. Don't take the excuse that they're going to wait and see what the law allows.
Hmm.
It's already pretty clear that they can make additional protocols to ensure the safety of the children. So I think that we've got to get out and before the school boards and find out what's going on. So parents, grandparents, anyone, get with your state senators, get with your school boards. Let's prepare for this because this is a scary bill.
Do it sooner rather than later. Do it now.
Yeah. Well, thanks again, everyone, and we'll see you next week.
Bye bye.
Thank you for tuning in to the Tamale Club podcast. We appreciate it. Don't forget to visit us at YouTube/Tamale Club. While you're there, go ahead and give us a like. Hit that subscribe button. We appreciate it. And you guys have a great day.